We'll check back in with you. It's been just over a month since flames suddenly erupted out of First Bossier Church, reducing much of the massive house of worship to rubble. KSLA News 12's Christian Piekos went back to the popular church to find out how this church used its faith through the flames.
It happened in a matter of moments. On December 10th, flames poured out of First Bossier Church, lighting up the dark, early morning sky as scores of firefighters worked together to douse the flames. It was a heartbreaking moment for the thousands of parishioners as they watched their church home smolder. Now, 1 month later, we met up with the senior pastor of First Bossier, and he says the church's faith is hotter than the fire that left its mark. It's a surreal moment we'll never forget.
And we continue to follow breaking news at this hour. You're taking a live look at First Bossier Church.
So there's plenty of firefighters out here.
You always ask why us? Why did we go through this, you know? But a lot of people go through tragedy.
First Bossier, a church home for thousands of people across northwest Louisiana, lost a number of buildings in what some are calling a generational fire. I caught up with senior pastor Dr. Brad Jerkovich outside one of the damaged buildings to ask how his congregation has been holding up.
Let's get a little bit closer. Yeah. How has this sort of horrific event brought your church together? How have you guys used your faith to rise up?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, man. First of all, when you have that attitude as a church body that we're all in this together, you know, this isn't about young people or old people. This is about brothers and sisters who love Jesus, who love God, who've walked through different things, all have a testimony of faith coming together. But then you can kind of say, but let's rebuild together. And that's where I think you saw this sweet spirit just come together in this church to say, hey, a lot of people are watching us. Let's make sure we respond with faith.
An icon of the Bossier City skyline, flames reduced large portions of the historic Faith Chapel to ash.
You know, there's something interesting about a chapel named Faith burning to the ground.
Yeah.
Has this been the ultimate test of faith for you as a pastor?
When you lose that amount of property with this much legacy and history, it is a challenge. As Christians, we know this world's not our home. We know that we live and walk by faith in the living God. And so buildings come and go, people are eternal, Jesus is forever. This is going to be something that we're going to be creatively, prayerfully rebuilding.
Soon after the fire, images of the destruction emerged. One photo in particular captivated the community.
When you saw that picture of the cross standing tall inside the church,
wow,
you know, with all the ash, what was your first thought when you saw that photo?
So I just think it was a very cool picture that in the midst of destruction, in the midst of a fire that can destroy things, destroy lives, he was still standing.
Though the buildings, which have been home to countless memories, lie in disrepair, Jerkovich says his church is resolute.
Now what's the big lesson here? What's the takeaway?
I think the biggest takeaway as a pastor, as a Christian, is that buildings really are temporary, lives are eternal. That was a big reminder for me.
An unforgettable moment, bringing a community even closer together, showing our true colors during the most trying times. Jerkovich says over the next few weeks, the debris will be cleared to make way for the construction of new facilities.